Oh, what an eventful weekend it has been. I started things off by journeying to Murray, Kentucky to watch the Murray High School Band for their community performance. They did an absolutely incredible job. Really, really like the show this year. I also really like the fact that I recognize a lot of the music they're playing. Blue Devils, The Cutouts, 2023 for their opener. And then the Troopers for their 2024 season, that ballad that Murray is playing. And I'm a fan of the fact that I can recognize what they're playing, and it's nice. It's nice. I mean, last year they were pulling a complete Bluecoats, playing Jagged Line, and some of their 2016 show Downside Up. It's really cool when you keep up with this activity and you just recognize what groups are playing. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm aside from that fact, they did a great job. I got to see a little bit of their warm-up rehearsal before they started, and it was just it's really cool to see where this group has gotten since 2021. They are starting off the season strong, which is no surprise. It was also really cool. This band recognizes me like I'm like a red dot target whenever I show up, and I just get instantly recognized. I actually ended up winning. They did an auction down there at Murray, Kentucky, and I decided to go for the Spirit bag. And whenever I won, the kids went absolutely crazy. it's really cool, man. Like, I got a cowbell. I posted a short video. I'm going to be a menace this season. People are either going to hate me or they're going to love me. The former middle school band director, Beth Stribling, whenever I told her that the cowbell was the reason that I went for the bag, she's like, "Oh no." There's another parent that I'm friends with that has a kid in Murray too, and Beth was like, he's totally gonna hate you if you use that around him. But I couldn't resist. I wanted to contribute something to the random auction they did down there in Murray. I don't know how long they've done those auctions. But it was cool. They had these cornhole boards too, but the moment they started the bidding off at $350, I was like, yeah, no, that's already a Grand Nationals ticket right there. I can't. I know the kids were disappointed a little bit too, but it's okay. I contributed in my way though, and the spirit bag totally was worth it. And anyways, they did a great job down there. It was fun to actually have that day off. Normally with my work schedule, I usually work during community performances. I'll have to take off vacation. I have to take off vacation just to see Harrison County for their end of camp performance, which is fine, but I can't do that for everything. And Murray's a far drive too, so it was kind of refreshing to actually have the day off. So yeah, had fun time. Murray did great, and hope they do good at Franklin Simpson. After the fact, when I'm driving home, a lot of you all have already seen my definitely not Hebron vid on my channel. The fake outs, trying to bait people into an actual performance video of Hebron. I did this last year with Rick Rolls. I did it twice last year, and I was an absolute menace. And I did that out of retaliation, not to Hebron, but okay. Let me give the backstory. In 2023, I'm anxiously scouring the internet trying to find a Hebron vid, because I wanted to see what they were doing, what they were playing, and at what level they were. And my friend, he sent me a Hebron vid, and it was a rickroll. It was a rickroll of Monomyth, and I hated life for a good solid 2 days until I actually found another video, and I actually got to see the performance. I messaged my friend, I was like, man, this is payback for what I did to you before, wasn't it? So, that happens. So, the following year, which was last year, I already had intentions of going down to San Antonio for the Super Regional. I managed to get my hands on a couple of videos from Hebron before they got taken down. And I saved them, and I just looked at myself. I was just like, okay, it's time to retaliate to these people that rickrolled me. So I created 2 rickroll videos. And I got almost 20,000 views. I was an absolute menace last year. So, I decided to keep up with the tradition and create another meme video. Now, it wasn't a rickroll. It was, I'm going to call it a JoJo's roll. Everyone on the Discord knows how much I want a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure show, so I was just like, let's just fake out with JoJo's opening 1, Sono Chino Soto Ma. And that's exactly what I did. I got a copyright strike on the drive home from the Hebron band, and whenever I went to my channel to see how much they were copyrighting, and I saw that it was the entire video, I was just like, there's no way I faked out Hebron. There's no way. There is no way I faked out a staff member at Hebron. They didn't even get through the whole video. So I sent an email to Hebron, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think you all saw the whole video, and they were just like, yeah, someone went a little overboard. So we'll get that reinstated. It's back. So there's gonna be so many more people that end up falling for that. So probably won't be 10,000 people because, you know, I baited people twice last year, so they're totally going to know it's fake. But nevertheless, it was kind of humorous that I managed to fake out the band themselves. That's a life goal I never knew I had. And everyone knows how much I love Hebron. They did, unironically, leak the show title in the copyright strike they sent to me. So I know what their show title is this year. I'm not going to share it here, but I know what it is. So it's kind of an unironic gem. Like it's kind of like I found a diamond out of this whole mess. And yeah, I'm excited. I have seen what they are playing for their a little bit of their show, at least what they performed at their football game. So I know a bit of what they're playing. Their second piece that I heard, I have heard before. It is from pretty sure it is from a Disney movie that I really love. Now, I'm pretty sure I know what this piece is. I could be totally wrong. It could be something else, but I totally see the vibes, and I totally see the similarities. So, if it is what it is, I'm super excited. And for now, I'm just going to assume it is what it is. But yeah. Eventful weekend it has been. And now we are here. We are in to week 1 of the KMEA marching band season. It is Monday of week 1. So, it's time to discuss the upcoming contest occurring in our Bluegrass state. There are 8 of these going on. And so what I am going to do is, one by one, I'm going to go through each contest's schedule. And then at the end of discussing the schedule, I'm going to go over who I believe the top 3 of each of these comps are. Now, it's just predictions. So if I'm wrong, the day after, you all can come in the comment section and you can make fun of me and bully me for being incorrect. Please do. And to be fair, if I end up being wrong, I won't take it. I won't feel anything. I'll be happy for the groups that end up proving me wrong, because more power to them, and I'll be happy for any of the results. You all know me. But let's discuss. I'm using the lovely KY band, so we will start with the Beechwood competition. Beechwood, the band's going and the band's performing. The competition will start off with Paris High School at 1:45, Henry County at 2 o'clock, Lloyd Memorial at 2:15 p.m. There will be a break, and then Grant County will perform at 2:45, Highlands at 3 o'clock, Connor High School at 3:15. There will be another break, and then we will be getting into our 5As. Dixie Heights at 3:45, Larry A. Ryle at 4 o'clock, and Campbell County at 4:15. My top 3 for this contest will go in this order. Now, the top 2, I think, will be pretty close. And if it ends up being the other way around... Anyways, I feel like it's going to be pretty close between the top 2. But here is my top 3. In third place, I have Dixie Heights. Second, wait. We can do a makeshift cowbell roll. Oh, drum roll. Second place, I have Larry A. Ryle, and in first, I have Campbell County. I think Campbell County right now. I said it in my reaction video. Out of everyone I've seen now, it's not factoring in Murray, because I think Murray had an exceptional performance as well. But I said back then that out of everyone I had seen up to that point, that Campbell County had the best preseason performance. And in terms of the 5As, I stand by that statement, at least for Class 5A. I think Campbell County is going to win. I don't think... Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a giant gap between these two, but I think right now they will be leading at this competition, and that's just how I'm seeing it right now. Like I said, if it ends up being different between those two, it is what it is. It's going to be close. I can feel it. I can feel it, and I wish I could be at that contest while I'm... I wish I could be at 2 contests at once, because honestly, this Beechwood contest looks like it's going to be really fun to kind of see where these top 2 are. But that's how I see it. Moving on, we are going into the Elizabethtown contest at 11:30. Whew, not too early, but early enough. 11:30, we have Campbellsville. At 11:45, we have Valley. At 12 p.m., we have Edmondson County. At 12:15, we have Bardstown. Then there is a break. Then at 12:45, we have Taylor County. At 1 p.m., we have Butler County. At 1:15 p.m., we have Breckenridge County. At 1:30, we have LaRue County. At 1:45, we have Warren East. Then there is a break. Then at 2:15, we have Meade County. Then at 2:30, we have North Hardin. And I think, is this... okay. Alright, okay. And then at 2:45, there is an exhibition performance by North Bullitt. This is the preliminaries schedule. Backtrack for Beechwood, that was their preliminary schedule too. Anyways, that is the schedule for Elizabethtown. And my predictions for Elizabethtown are these. In third place, I have North Hardin. Second place, I have LaRue County. And then in first, I have Taylor County. That is my top 3 for this comp. And I'm pretty confident in those top 3. I'm more confident in that than I am the top 2 for Beechwood. So, except if I am wrong, oh well. But that's how I am seeing it currently at the moment for Elizabethtown. Now we will move on to the Franklin Simpson competition. Franklin Simpson. Should be noted that this competition is a single session, meaning there will not be a finals. That's the way they usually do it in more of the West competitions than they do in the East. Anyways, at 5 o'clock, now I do like these times, so at least these kids get to sleep a little bit more. At 5 o'clock, we have Ballard Memorial. At 5:15, we have Cumberland County. At 5:30 p.m., we have Metcalfe County. At 5:45, we have Monroe County. At 6 o'clock, we have Russellville. At 6:15, we have Allen County, Scottsville. At 6:30, we have the Murray Tiger Band. Then there is a break. At 7 o'clock, we have Muhlenberg County. I'm going to pronounce that name right this time. I had a friend that corrected me on my one of my last videos about that. So, 7 o'clock, Muhlenberg County. 7:15, we have Barron County. At 7:30, we have Logan County. At 7:45, we have South Warren. And then at 8 o'clock, we have McCracken County. And then the host exhibition, Franklin Simpson, will be performing at 8:15 p.m. Now, this one, I'm not confident in. I know Murray will win this one. It's the 2 below that I'm not sure. And I will probably end up being wrong on my second and third placement. But oh well, it is what it is. I just haven't seen enough of these bands to really have a feel of where I should put them yet. But here is my rough guess of the top 3 for Franklin Simpson. Third place, I am going with Allen County, Scottsville. I saw them last year for 4A semis, so that's how I'm feeling. I feel they'll be in third. Second, I am putting South Warren. And then in first, I have Murray. Like I said, not as confident in those top, or in second and third. Murray will win, obviously. We obviously know that, but second and third, that those could go to anyone else. I'm just not sure at the moment. Moving on to Graves County, another single session competition. 7 o'clock. Nice times, man. That's the great thing about these single sessions, man. You kids get sleep down there. Okay. But at 7 o'clock, we have West Carroll Junior High School. I don't know exactly where that school is from. Are they from Tennessee? Someone in the comments can let me below. I did watch a few videos, but I didn't catch where they were from. Anyways, 7 o'clock, we have West Carroll. 7:15, we have Mayfield High School. 7:30, we have Paducah Tilghman. Again, guys, if I'm butchering that school's name, please let me know, because I wasn't sure how to pronounce that school's name last time. Anyways, moving on. At 7:45, we have Callaway County. And then at 8 o'clock, we have Marshall County. And then the host school, Graves County, will be performing for exhibition at 8:15. My top 3 will follow like this. I have West Carroll Junior Senior in third. I saw a few videos. Like I said, I don't remember where they're from off the top of my head, but I did see a few videos, and I believe they're third place material for this competition. In second, I have Mayfield, and then in first place, I have Callaway County. Those top 2 I'm pretty confident on. Third place, I'm confident in, but just a little bit less. But I think West Carroll will be in third. Less confident, but confident enough. All right, now we are moving on to Madison Southern, back in the east part of the state. At 12:30 p.m., we have Nicholas County. At 12:45, we have Williamstown. At 1 p.m., we have Lee County. At 1:15, we have Harlan High School. At 1:30 p.m., we have Mercer County. 1:45, we have the Estill County Marching Engineers. Then there is a break. 2:15 will be Rowan County. East Jessamine will be performing at 2:30 p.m. At 2:45, we have South Laurel. At 3 o'clock, we have Boyle County. At 3:15 p.m., we have Garrett County. 3:30, Southwestern. And then that will be it for the preliminary schedule. My predictions for this, I have South Laurel in 3rd, Garrett County in 2nd, and then I have Estill County winning this competition at 1st place. Pretty confident in my predictions. Like I said before, anything can happen. So if I'm wrong, oh well. But currently, that's how I see it. Moving back down to the west, we have the Madisonville North Hopkins competition. This is another single session comp. At 6 o'clock, we have Union County. At 6:15, we have Hancock County. At 6:30, we have Webster County. There is a break in between, and then at 7:15, we have Henderson County. At 7:30, we have Davies County. At 7:45, we have Owensboro High School. And then at 8 o'clock, the host school, Madisonville North Hopkins, will be performing at 8 o'clock. I am not completely confident. Actually, no, let me backtrack. I'm confident in my top 2 for this competition. 3rd, I'm a little less confident. But this is how I see it right now. At 3rd place, I have Henderson County. 2nd place, I have Hancock County. And then at 1st, I have Davies County winning. Little less confident in 3rd, but I am pretty sold on those top 2. Moving on, where I will be, the Paul Lawrence Dunbar competition. And I'm sure a lot of my Harrison County people are eager to see my predictions for this. Anyways, preliminary schedule for Paul Lawrence Dunbar. At 2:30 p.m., we have Lewis County. At 2:45, we have Martha Lane Collins. At 3 o'clock, Bourbon County. At 3:15, Harrison County! Sorry, they're my band. At 3:30 p.m., we have Woodford County. At 3:45, we have Henry Clay. At 4 o'clock, we have Tate's Creek. And at 4:15, we have Lafayette. And then there is an exhibition performance going on at 4:30. Bryan Station will be showing up to do an exhibition show. So, look forward to seeing that. Alright, now, time for predictions. Y'all ready? This one will be interesting. I'm not completely confident, but this is how I see it right now for the top 3 going into the Paul Lawrence Dunbar competition. Alright, in 3rd place, I have... It's the closest thing to a drum roll you all are getting. Alright, 3rd place, I have Bourbon County. Now. I know what I said in my preseason predictions. Guys, that's for the end. This is the beginning. Right now, in terms of execution, I think Bourbon and Anderson are leading Class 4A right now because they're both cleaner. They're both at a clean start. They're going to be where they need to be. What I'm saying is for Harrison right now, and I've seen them. I've gone to their rehearsal. I've gone to their parent performance. They're good. They have a good show. I think visually is where the dirt is right now, and that will be seen at Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Maybe not, but it's just how I'm seeing it right now. I think visual will hold them back from being over Bourbon County, at least for Paul Lawrence Dunbar. So, that's my little spiel. Now, if Harrison County ends up winning over Bourbon, they end up winning Class 4A, I'll be the happiest person there. But I'm trusting my gut on this one. I'm trusting what I've seen. And that's what I've been doing for the past couple of years now. I trust my gut, I analyze these shows, and I kind of get a feel for where they're going to place when the time comes. And right now, I have Bourbon County over Harrison County, winning Class 4A, and I have them in third. But if things happen differently, I will be happy. I'll be happy if Harrison County is in third. I'll be completely happy. But anyways, third place I have Bourbon County, just because Bourbon County is clean and they're off to a good start. No shock, it's Eric Hale. It's no shock. That man knows how to direct. Okay, second place I have Henry Clay. And in first I have Lafayette. Not outrageous. It just is what it is. Those are my top three for Dunbar. And that's where I'll be. Guys, if you're in the area, say hi. Don't be afraid to say hi. Excited for that comp, though. I'm really excited for the start of the season. I'm excited. Biased me, I'm excited for everyone to see Harrison County, because I think a lot of people are going to love that show. They got really good design this year. Alright, moving on to the final competition. Washington County. The final competition going on. Alright, Washington County. At 7 p.m., we have Casey County. At 7:15, we have Marion County. At 7:30, we have Pulaski County. 7:45, North Oldham. 8 o'clock, Grayson County. And then at 8:15, the host school, Washington County, will be performing. And these are my top three for Washington County. Third place, Pulaski County. Second place, North Oldham. And in first place, I have Grayson County winning the competition. That is everything happening for week 1 on Saturday for the competition. That is the schedule and my top three for each of the competitions. But I have one more thing to discuss. Last week, KMEA ended up releasing the semifinal sites, and I wanted to go over those so you all are aware of it. Because on the Discord, I know people are aware. I know people are also aware on the forums. But I just want it to be made more aware to you all, in case you all didn't know. Alright. Class 1A semifinals will be taking place at Warren Central High School. Class 2A will be taking place at Hart County High School. Class 3A will be taking place at Warren East. Class 4A will be taking place at Daviess County. And if you look at that drive, it's very far. It's about an hour and 3 minutes. I wanted to go to 4A semifinals. Tell you, I will not be going. That's an outrageously long drive, and I would rather be closer to the arena where finals is going to be. So this year I will be at 5A semifinals, which is going to be taking place at WKU. And that way, I don't have to miss 1A, because if I go to 4A, I mean, I know I'll already be missing Class 1A finals, but there's a good chance I'm going to be missing Class 2A too, and I don't want to miss all the finals. But yeah, anyways, 4A at Daviess County, 5A is at Western Kentucky University, and then you all know that finals is at WKU. Wanted to let you all know so you all were aware and can properly prepare. Guys, let me know down in the comments section who you all think the top 3 is going to be per each of these competitions, or just drop the entire predictions. Who do you all think is going to place in the entirety of each of these competitions? Because I'd love to hear from you all. But that will be everything for now. What I plan on doing in the future is, like, after each Saturday, I will do a follow-up video, and then I will go over the next Saturday's schedule of all of the competitions, at least all the competitions that are listed on KY Band. I'll probably just keep it exclusively to KMEA, though. That way it doesn't get confusing, because I know he lists mid-states competitions too, and then he'll list BOAs. I may, on the week before BOA Louisville, I may go over that schedule in this video. And then, yeah, that'll probably be an exception. And everyone knows I'm going to San Antonio, so that's not KMEA at all, but I will gladly go over that schedule. I even plan on doing a makeshift prediction for BOA San Antonio. Y'all should go to San Antonio if you can. It's really a great comp. But anyways, guys, that will be everything. Good luck in the upcoming season, guys. We are on the week now. We are in the week of, so get excited. For now, that'll be everything. Until next time, guys.